Hey gang, Mark here. Today is Wednesday, January 10th. So quite a day in the market today. We start off, here's a 15-minute chart. So the market started off trying to really sell off. And then we had a V bottom, and then we just went sideways, had a big sell off here, followed by another V bottom, and then straight up. So you look at this chart on the 15-minute, you think it was a pretty crappy trading day. Actually, it was a really good trading day, and I want to walk through these charts with you because this is where having a plan that you just execute comes into play. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So if you don't have a plan, you don't know what you're going to be trading, you don't know your numbers, it's really hard to execute in the face of a market like this, right? I mean, when you have a day that is trending straight in one direction, well, as long as you're a trend trader, it's pretty straightforward. So let me show you what I'm talking about, and then I'm gonna show you something really interesting in regards to volume that I just started looking at, and then I want to talk to you about the system a little bit. Okay, let's get going. So here's the 8:30 open here on my chart on the left. And at this point, I'm green and red, so I have nothing to do. So remember, guys, on this system, what I'm looking for is I want this trend direction here to be in line with this one. If they're in line, then I'm looking to take a trade out of the first green zone. The only other trade that I'm going to take is if I have a zone on my 5-minute like this, or my 15-minute like this, and at the same time I get a fresh zone on my tick chart, which is my chart on the left. So if I get a fresh zone on my tick chart that happens to be inside or within 2 ticks of one of these zones, I'm getting in. Alright, let's walk through it. So no trades here. Nothing to do, unfortunately, because there's a nice little move up. And then on the flip side, I also missed the move down, right? Because you can see my 15-minute never goes red. So here's what happens right here, guys. Price comes into the 5-minute zone, and I have this zone that prints. You can see it is inside of that 5-minute zone. So my entry is going to be 1 tick above this bar at 36.50. Now, one thing, just like I've shown you on the forex, I've learned to use the ATR. Now, on the ATR, my max stop is going to be 7 ticks. But otherwise, I will use whatever the ATR is. So in this example, my stop is going to be 1.5 points. So 6 ticks, and I'm going to be going for 35. Okay, so I'm going to risk 6 to make 35. That keeps the same multiple that I was using when I was risking 7 to make 40. So it's about a 5.7 to 1 risk reward. Okay, so 36.50. So if I'm trying to get 35 ticks, that means I need to get out at 45.25. Okay. Now, unfortunately, this one goes to 45, and then it comes all the way back down, and then it comes up to 45.75. So there's your first winner of the day. Now, remember, after winner, I need a reset. That's a break below my most recent green zone and having a red zone print. So I have a red zone. Now I just need a break below here. I get it right there. Now look what happens. I get another green zone. Price comes back within 2 ticks of the zone, so I can enter on this bar right here. So I'm in at 35. My ATR 1.82. So I'm going to be risking 7 to make 40. So I need price to get to 45. And there it is. So I start the day off with 2 winners. And then you can see I'm neutral on my 15. I'm red on my 5, so I have nothing to do. So I can just fast forward through these charts. There's nothing to do, which keeps me out of trading this nasty chop that we're in. We'll just keep going. Okay, now I am red and red. So I'd be shorting right here. Entry 53. Stopped out. I'd have another entry and stopped out. So now I have 2 losses and 2 wins. Okay. Now you can see I'm green and green. Price comes down within 2 ticks of this green zone, so 64.75 to 64.25. So my entry is going to be right here at 66.50. So in this one, I'm going to be risking 6 ticks again. I'm going for 35. So you can see the entry here was 66.50. It goes 5 ticks against me to 65 quarter, and then off to target right there. So that's it, guys. That's the end of the day. So today was a killer day. 3 wins and 2 losses. So let me fill in the spreadsheet. You can see how the week has gone so far. 7 losses, 4 wins, 19% return on the week. So let's fill in this. So now I've got 9 losses and 7 wins. So far, a 39% return for the week. Gang, look at this. 407 trades. I'm at 22%. 156% return after slippage and commission since the beginning of November. Now, if I took out this one, which, because no one's in a trade the week of Christmas, I'm at 170% return. Not bad. It's actually going to be a little bit higher than that because I had a lot of trades here. So let me, actually I'm curious. Let me see what that looks like. That's right at 170. Not too bad, not too shabby. All right, let me save this. Now I want to show you guys something. This is really cool. I don't even know why I thought about doing this, but guys, and I'm looking for a way to do this in forex because I know there's actually a way to measure this. So I'm actually talking to a programmer to see what I can get done for forex because I think it would be really cool to have. But this chart on the left, what this does is I'm taking the advancing issues in the NASDAQ and I'm subtracting them by the declining issues. So you can see I'm taking ADVN, which is advancing issues in the NASDAQ, minus the DECN, which is the declining issues in the NASDAQ, and I'm plotting that. And I added my zones. And then on this chart, I'm taking the same thing, but I'm taking up volume, so UVol minus DVol, okay, for the NASDAQ. So what I want you to see is this. So this is the closing bar yesterday. And I had this red zone printed. So here's the opening bar today. So if we come over here to the 5-minute, what I want to get done is have my bars on this chart change color when I enter one of these zones. And you can see a beautiful down move of about 30 points right into this zone. Okay. Now if we scroll forward, we come back into the red zone here. This time you don't get much of a move. We make a fresh new high in the red zone here. This time you get a really nice down move. And look at this, guys. We get a down move right into, if you look at the chart at the left, the advanced decline issues, you get a move right into a buy zone on that left chart and a beautiful move up. I've been watching this and it is very interesting how this thing makes money. The nice thing about it is you can use a higher time frame, like a 5-minute, and it's very easy to trade. I just need to figure out how to hone the entries on it, right? So I know there's a way to do this on forex to follow the upticks and downticks, because in forex there's no centralized location where trades happen, so therefore you don't have your typical volume. But I think there's a way to measure the upticks and the downticks. So guys, let me just tell you where I am right now. I'm really excited about the system. I am working to get a trade room opened. I'm having some issues with my programmer. He's getting close to being done. I know I've been saying that for a while, but he is. I think he actually is getting close. What I'm doing is I'm going to get rid of all this noise. So all these zones down here, you won't see any of them. You will only see zones that have a qualified signal. It's going to clean it up. Just like on the forex charts, it'll be the same thing. There's only 2 trades on the forex charts, and what's going to happen is the way I'm going to have these things print, you will only see the signals. You'll see the zones that are qualified, and what I want to get done is actually have a clear entry and clear exit. This trade I showed last night, a clear winner. Okay, whether I'm using the ATR or just going for 100 pips, it was a clear winner. The other trade that I showed last night was a loser. So the forex system continues to do really well. I can't wait to get this next iteration done. So I'm going to go through the charts. I haven't had a chance to go through the charts yet. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to do a quick run through the charts to see if there's anything setting up, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I did a quick flip through the charts. So the trades that I had on, talked about last night, were the pound Aussie, and it was stopped out, and the New Zealand CAD, which I just showed you, which was a nice winner. Now I have a possible trade here on the Euro USD. I would need price to come here by midnight tonight, because at midnight this line's in a change. So I need price to come into here, and my entry would be right at 37. So that would be the only trade I'd be looking for tonight for a long. Okay, gang. Hey, good stuff. I'm going to keep you posted as this thing continues to evolve and I get the programming done. But at this point, honestly, I couldn't be happier with the results. So hope you all are having a great week, and I'll catch you tomorrow.